Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Ajax Road to Glory. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for the love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of these episodes, we're quickly going to recap on the previous. And in the previous episode, we had one game in the Eredivisie and one game in the Oranje Beker. And the previous episode was called We Take No L's. And the reason for that is because in both games, we had to come back from being 1-0 down. So the first game in the previous episode was against Die Graafschap, or Die Graafschap, if that's how you pronounce it correctly. We went 1-0 down in the Eredivisie, and as you guys know, we are still yet to lose or draw a game. We have played 16 and won all 16, and I'm trying my best to try and go the whole season without especially losing a game, but also trying not to draw one. And we did unfortunately go down 1-0 to Die Graafschap, who were in 5th place, but we managed to pull it back to 2-1. So I was over the moon with that result and so happy to pick up the 3 points and get another win under our belt. And then the second game in the previous episode was in the Oranje Beker against PSV, the second position team in the Eredivisie, one of our biggest rivals in football. We also went 1-0 down to them, but managed to battle back and also beat them 2-1. So I was over the moon, the fact that we played our hearts out, we didn't give up, and we beat both of those teams in the previous episode 2-1. And we've got some exciting things coming in today's episode, guys. But one thing I quickly want to mention at the start of today's episode, a few of you may well not have had comments back or replies over the last 3 or 4 days, and there is a reason for that. I went away on Wednesday. I spent all my day, should I say, recording and editing for you guys, and I think I got a video up on Wednesday, I think I got a video up on Friday, and also Saturday. So I only missed Thursday, and the reason for that was I had a video for Thursday ready and Friday, but then thought I'm then going to go Saturday and Sunday without a video. So I thought I'll slightly move it. I'll miss a day on Thursday, which is the day I was travelling to go away. And then I'll upload on Friday and I'll upload on Saturday. And now it's Sunday and I'm back recording for you guys. And hopefully this should be up on the 4th of February, which of course is Monday. And the plan this week, guys, is it's now week B. If you guys didn't watch the previous episode about my week A, B and C, definitely go and give that a watch. But we will quickly recap. Week A is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be Liverpool career mode. Thursday and Friday is going to be Ajax. Week B, which is what this week is now, is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Ajax Road to Glory. Thursday, Friday is going to be Liverpool career mode. And then when we get into week C, it's going to be like Ajax, Liverpool, and then maybe something a little bit different, or maybe I'll throw in another Ajax or Liverpool career mode. Now, at the moment, the aim is to do 5 uploads a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sometimes I struggle a bit when it gets towards the end of the week, so I might stream or something on Friday. What I'm trying to do, guys, is give myself a little bit of time to get used to things. And also, I have so many things away from YouTube. You know, I have a life away from it. I try and have a social life and building a business. So I'm going to do my best, guys, to always keep it between 3 and 5 episodes, whatever, or 3 to 5 videos a week. So hopefully you guys can understand that. But I haven't uploaded in a couple of days, or I'd already scheduled them to go up. So I haven't recorded since Wednesday. So we've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's been 4 days. So hopefully I haven't lost it too much and we can jump back into this episode. But week C is going to be next week. Not really sure how we're going to do it, guys, but I'm just trying to relieve myself from, you know, always recording and editing till stupid o'clock in the morning. And then sometimes I'm getting up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to then edit that video that I just finished recording at midnight the night before. It's been a little bit chaotic, and obviously with me going away, it didn't help too much. But I'm going to keep on top of the grind. We're back. It's Sunday. I'm recording this for Monday, 7 p.m. UK time. Let's get into it and get down to business. So the game in today's episode, or the 2 games, first game we've got FC Utrecht, who are down in 4th position. And as you can see, that is on the 23rd of December. Now, in the Eredivisie, because there is only 17 other teams, obviously with ourselves it's 18, with there being 17 other teams and we play every team twice, it means there is 34 games in the league in the Eredivisie. So when we play our next game against Utrecht, we are halfway through the season. We've played 17 and we've got to play everyone again if we haven't played them already. But the most important thing is we will be going into the January transfer window. So we play FC Utrecht on Sunday the 23rd. Then a week or 8 days later, we get to the 31st of December, and the next day we move into the 1st of January. Then we have a nice 3 weeks off, which I'm very happy about because it means our team can get their energy back. They can build on it. If anyone's injured, they'll hopefully be back. And then we're going to play Heerenveen at the end of January. We have Heerenveen and Feyenoord. So what I'm planning to do, guys, is in today's episode, we're going to play FC Utrecht. We're then going to get into the January transfer window. We're just going to whiz through it. We've obviously got Giovanni, Simeone coming in for us. We don't have anyone else looking at right now when it comes to transfers. I'm going to play the Heerenveen in today's episode. And then if you guys want to leave any recommendations down below, as realistic or unrealistic as you want, I will show you at the end of today's episode how much money we have to play with. There's no point in saying, Brad, go and get Messi, go and get Hazard, go and get Salah. We don't have the funds. What we could do is we could look at signing players on a pre-contract to come in for Season 2, but that depends whether we're going to do a Season 2, and we won't know that until the end of Season 1. So today's episode is going to take us to the 20th of January, and then in the next episode, we're going to have one game which is against Feyenoord, and then we're going to have the January transfer deadline day. So we're only going to have one game in episode 17, but we're going to be talking a lot about transfers, whether we're moving players on or bringing players in. But we are looking to offload 2 players once the January transfer window opens, and we have one coming in, which of course is Giovanni Simeone, which I'm looking forward to playing with him, and I may well start him against Heerenveen just to see how he gets on. But we have got this game up next against FC Utrecht. Hopefully we can stay with our winning ways, and this is the lineup that we will be putting out. We've got Kasper Dolberg up top, Neres, Tadic and Ziyech in the central attacking midfield roles. A little deeper, we've got Eating and Loftus-Cheek, then Tagliafico, Umkano, Daley Blind and Mazraoui at the back, with of course Onana in goal. What I'm quickly going to do, just because it's me, I'm going to switch Daley Blind and Umkano just so they're on the right sides. And I'm so looking forward to a new striker coming in, because right now we've had to play Bandy so much up top when Dolberg hasn't been fit. And I'm just glad we're going to have at least a bit of a decent striker coming in to play behind Dolberg when he's not fully fit. But let's go ahead and get into this game. Super pumped for it. And then we can get into the January transfer window and see what offers come in for any of our players. See whether we're going to take any players maybe on a pre-contract for next year. But right now, we're travelling to Ivy Lane. We're going to face off against FC Utrecht. And let's hopefully bag those 3 points and continue to be undefeated in the Eredivisie. Big game up next. I can't believe so far we have played 16 and won all 16. And after this game up next, we'll be halfway through the season already. Obviously, of course, they have less teams than the Premier League do. The Premier League play 38. Whereas in the Eredivisie, we only play 34, but already halfway through the season. In the previous episode, we talked about we've been drawn Liverpool in the round of 16 at Champions League. They're knockout stages over 2 legs, and we're facing off against Liverpool, which is, of course, is the other career mode I'm doing. It's going to be MassiveBrad versus MassiveBrad. Big game, but in this save, obviously, of course, I want to win because I'm playing as Ajax, and if we were in the other save, of course, I'd want to win as Liverpool against Ajax. But big game, but it is going to be FC Utrecht to kick us off in this first half. Let's get down to business and see what damage we can do. Umkano pulled out of position. Umkano gets there nicer to play it round now. Oh, it's not a good pass. That is not a good pass. Big save there from Onana. A little bit of a nervy start from this Ajax side. Got to do better from there. We've got to clear it first time. Ball into the middle. Let's get there, Tadic, who clears away. Let's get this. No, Nana gets there. And once again, stretches, palms it away. Tagliafico to Dusan Tadic, waiting now for Loftus-Cheek on the overlap. Trying to play it round now to Ziyech. Takes a touch. Hits it first time. Big save from their keeper, who denies Ziyech. Loftus-Cheek gives the ball away. You're going to have to battle for that, Loftus. Nicely done. Here's Mazraoui. Back to Loftus. Loftus round to Ziyech. Waiting for Neres on the overlap. Neres takes a touch. Looks to hit one near post. And Jensen again denies. Neres playing it back over his far side to Mazraoui. Who's going to go back into Eating. Going to play it through now to Loftus-Cheek. Into middle for Ziyech. Ziyech looking for Neres. He's going to take a touch. Play it around the corner to Eating. And Eating's buried it. I'm sorry, but Eating is coming on so nicely right now. In the previous episode, when we were 1-1 against Graafschap, it was Eating to score the first, and then somebody else scored the second. In the game against PSV, Eating scored the winning goal to put us up 2-1, so he scored 3 in 3 games, and he is becoming such a wonderful player. I said we may well need a new central midfielder. I'm starting to have second thoughts. Let's get this ball out now. There we go. Tadic plays it out to Eating, and we're looking to push it on. But unfortunately, the referee does blow for half-time at Ivy Lane. I'm happy to be going in with the 1-0 lead. Took us a while. We had at least 4 or 5 shots on target before we eventually put one in the back of the net. It is the man Eating. I talked briefly in the previous episode about maybe signing a new CM or a CDM to play alongside the likes of Loftus-Cheek, De Jong and Eating, because I just feel when it comes to rotating, we struggle quite a bit. But Eating is showing us why he definitely shouldn't be sold or put out on loan. For me personally, we'll talk about it in the next episode, which is where we grind down to what we really need in the central midfield. But the important thing, or in fact, amongst every position, it's your guys' career mode. You're going to make the final decisions. For me personally, a CM is a position we definitely need to improve on. Maybe also a left back, because apart from Tagliafico, we don't have a left back that plays there. But like I was saying, it's your guys' career mode. You will make the decisions. Where do you think the weak links are? Let me know down below in the comment section what weak link you think we have right now. And then in the next episode, we can potentially look into that. But if you guys want to drop any players down below, then do so. And let's go ahead and get back into the second half. We are 1-0 up. Can we push on and get a clear-cut win by about the 70th minute before we look at making some changes in this left-back position now? Over the top, is he going to be offside? He is offside. He does put it in the back of the net. But Onana knew that was going to be offside and didn't even attempt to make the save. They seem to be decent at corners and swing it into a good position. So let's make sure. Let's go Onana. Onana's come off his line. We're going to be in trouble. Onana's back. Let's go Mazraoui. Keep running, son. Let's go up to Mazraoui. And Mazraoui is going to look at getting in behind here. Mazraoui in plenty of space. Let's play it into the middle. Looking for Neres. Hits it first time. He's put it over the bar. And I think with that great chance coming there, it's about time we make some changes, because these players are looking very tired. Loftus-Cheek off for De Jong, and then we'll switch De Jong and Eating, because De Jong definitely plays better on that left side. We're going to take Tadic off for, let's rest Van der Beek, and let's go for Labyad. And then I think, let's go, in fact, I'll leave it a little bit longer, and then it's either going to be CM De Jong for Ziyech, or it's going to be Bandy for Dolberg, because we have now got 3 weeks off after this game for the players to get back to match fit. So I'm not too fussed about taking some of the 2 bigger players off, like Dolberg, when we've got a nice, decent break. Still Neres, let's lay it off now for Eating, who can hit them on the edge of the box. Eating hits it, and it nearly ends up in the back of the net, and we are at 91 minutes with 30 seconds, only 2 minutes added on. Once again, Eating, look at that, it's going in. Keeper has to pull off an incredible save. Can we maybe score from this corner in the dying embers? It'd be nice if Dolberg could get on this one. Let's get on Dolberg and let's see if he can do anything. Ball in. Dolberg is going to get there. De Jong's there, but it's straight into the hands of Jensen, and surely when he kicks this out, we're already 40 seconds over the added on time, and there we go. As soon as the keeper kicks out, the referee blows for full time. And we've won our 17th game, which basically means, guys, we are halfway through this season with Ajax in the Eredivisie, and we have won every game. The first half of the season is complete. We've done it halfway through. We've won every game. The question is now, can we continue that in the second half of the season? Let's have a look how the stats look. 9 shots, 7 on target. Then 8 shots, 4 on target. Realistically, a good scoreline for me would have been 2-1. Maybe even 3-1. We had plenty of shots. We were very clinical, only missing 2 shots on target. They were pretty clinical. 8 shots, half of them being on target. Probably deserved the goal, but on the day, Onana did step up multiple times and pull off some incredible saves. But on the flip side, so did their keeper, and we could have easily scored 2, maybe even 3. But let's get back to the central. Let's get into the January transfer window. Let's say hello to Giovanni Simeone, who now joins Ajax. Let's say goodbye to the 2 players we are offloaded, and let's get talking about the January transfer window. Right, guys, and here we are back at the central with only 1 week to go until the January transfer window opens. Now, if we go to the transfer hub, how it stands right now on the 1st of January, Giovanni Simeone will be joining us from Fiorentina. But on the flip side of that, we will also have 2 players departing the club. We have Nissan Christiansen leaving for Racing Club of €3.6 million. And we have Ekalenkamp, who is leaving us for Real Salt Lake, and he is leaving for €1.05 million. So hopefully from that deal, we should have around 750, maybe €800,000 coming in. And for the Nissan Christiansen deal, we should have around the 3 million mark. So what we're going to do is in the end of today's episode, we'll have a little look how financially we are, positive, how much money we have, what we can do with it. And what I'll also do is there will be a straw poll down below in the description and the comment section asking you guys what we should do with the money, i.e. do we put it into maybe youth staff, because we're still yet to hear about our youth player that we bought. Hopefully we can hear in today's episode, because we did go to the catalogue and buy a future star, yet we are still yet to hear anything back about that future star. So fingers crossed we get that back in today's episode. But we could go the route of hiring a youth staff, bringing in a scout to basically go out there and find somebody for us. So right now we've got a 5-star, 4-star in Thomas de Haan from the Netherlands. So we could send them out to England or Germany or France or anywhere like that, and we could look for a certain type of player. And then pretty much, because the squad isn't a super high rated team, if we were to bring in, let's say, a left back and he starts at a 60, maybe even a 70, train him up for a couple of weeks, he can happily be the backup to Tagliafico. The same with the centre mid. We've got Eating at a rating of 70. If we brought in a 72 rated young player, we can train him up and he can also get in the team. We've got Loftus-Cheek at 78. It's not like the team is that high rated where a 70 rated player couldn't get into that squad right now. So that's one option, and there will be a straw poll for you guys to vote for the next episode. Do we A, get a youth scouting to look for young players? Do we B, just buy a player with the money that we will be getting in? Or C, do we just look at getting players on pre-contract? So I know the likes of Anthony Martial from Manchester United, you can get him on a pre-contract. I think the likes of like Mario Balotelli. Now a few of you might say, Brad, go and get Diego Godin or Aaron Ramsey or Talisca. Any players that we have signed in the Liverpool career mode, we will not be buying in the Ajax Road to Glory. The reason for this, guys, is because I see so many career mode creators do a season with, I don't know, Dortmund, then a season with Madrid, then a season with Leeds. And what they tend to do is they constantly go after the same players. And that is what I don't like. I don't want, after, let's say we do another season with Ajax and another season with Liverpool, I don't want it to end where season 3, we're finishing at Liverpool, season 2, we're finishing at Ajax, and the team has 3 or 4 players from the same squad. So it'll just look like this squad wears the Ajax kit, and then the Liverpool squad wear the Liverpool kit, but there's 3 or 4 players in the same career mode. I just don't like that. I like going for different players, and that's why I'm glad we went for Giovanni Simeone, because I've never played with him before, never had him in any of my career modes, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on. But they are the 3 options. Hire a scout, we look at just buying a player, or we get some players on pre-contracts. You guys can vote on the straw poll down below in the description and comment section. Let's say we go the pre-contract option. You guys can leave a comment down below letting me know what pre-contract you'd like or what player you'd like me to go and get on a pre-contract. But what we're going to do now, guys, is I'm going to advance in a week. I'm going to do all the player development off camera because that's the boring stuff. We're going to get into the January transfer window, bring in Giovanni Simeone, offload 2 of our players. Then we can start advancing, see if we get any offers in for the players. If we do, I will leave it down to you guys in the comment section to let me know. So let's say we got a massive offer in for Frenkie de Jong. In the next episode, I will do a straw poll asking you guys, or even in this episode, I will do a straw poll saying, do we sell, yes or no? If more of you guys say yes, then we'll look at offloading them. If some of you guys say no, then of course we won't. But let's go ahead and get into advancing some time, get into January, and see what happens. Right, guys, so I've just advanced all the way to the 1st of January. The transfer window has now opened, and you can see there the article on the right side. Simeone signs for Ajax. I also just quickly want to show you guys, I think that second player is Eating, and he's got the same problem as Dolberg. He's blonde, but for some reason, he's got black and blonde in his hair. But the reason I stopped on the 1st of January, as you can see over in the office, we have 7 emails to read. So if we jump over to the office, we can go through these. So we have had a youth squad monthly report. So the scout has returned. That's the 2nd email. So what we'll do is we'll delete that email there, and we will look at the youth squad in just a second. Ekenalamp, or however you pronounce his name, has left the club. He's now gone to Real Salt Lake, so goodbye to him. And Nissen Christensen has also gone to Racing Club, so we can go ahead and delete that. The pre-contract player arrival. We have been informed that Giovanni Simeone has completed his move and is ready for training and selection. So happy days, the new player is here. Lamperoux, the transfer window is open. He wants to go out on loan because he's not seeing any first team action. I think what we're going to have to do, guys, this is the hard thing. We haven't got like a league that, or not a league, a cup that doesn't really matter. Like in the Liverpool career mode, they don't really talk about they probably talk about the FA Cup, but not really the Carabao Cup as much, so it doesn't matter too much. Whereas in this league, we only have the Orangey Bear, because we can't play him in one of the low competitions. But what I might do is have him as maybe a sub and then risk bringing him on in the second half if we are 2 or 3-0 up. But the best thing we can do now is jump over to the youth squad report and see what type of player we have found, because we have no idea. We bought this from the catalogue, so what type of player is he? He is a right mid with a potential of 76 to 94. Now that is a slight problem because we don't play a right midfield position right now. Got a potential of acceleration 94, agility 94, jumping 85, sprint speed 91, balance 81, stamina 90, composure 83, free kick accuracy 87, wow, long shots 84, curves 81, volleys is 93. Now it's all good seeing those stats, but when we actually promote him to the senior team, that is when we actually see his realistic stats and what he is, and if he is going to become that. So he's 17, 5'10", I'm not too sure. But let's go ahead and promote him to the senior team, and then we can have a good look at him. So he's accepted his contract. We can go and have a little look at him. So what we'll do is we'll look at this player now, and then we'll look at advancing some more time. So if we go over to the squad hub, he was a right midfielder player. There he is. So he's overall 60 right now. Let's have a look at his... how do I look at his stats? There we go, his attributes. So pace isn't great right now, so he's nowhere near what he was actually being shown as. He's not looking great. He can play cam though. That is something I have just noticed. He can play right mid and cam, and we do play a cam position, so it might not be too bad. Work and defensive work rates are medium, which isn't too bad. Maybe we could try him out at the central attacking midfielder role. If he's not too great, we could always offload him or selling him on, in the second season. Now, we're not going to talk too much about if we're selling anyone right now. Labyad is a player I'd happily look to move on. Simeone just come in. Let's have a look at Simeone. Wow, acceleration 81, sprint speed 82. So he's basically a Dolberg, but quicker. How tall is he? Can we see? What traits has he got? Solid player, power header. I mean, look at that. Dolberg's got outside foot. He's got a power header and a flare. I mean, realistically, Dolberg's not too great at jumping. Where's his jumping? Can we see jumping? 71. What's Simeone? Wow, Simeone is 85 jumping. I'm sure he's going to score many headers, but I am looking forward to seeing how Simeone gets on. Do we maybe look to now move on Bandy? Do we maybe bring a player back from... In fact, he's only 72 overall, so it doesn't matter really. Do we maybe sell Bandy? I think what we'll do is we'll allow offers, and we'll see if we hear anything back about Bandy, because we've got Simeone and Dolberg up top. He can only play left wing and striker. He's probably not going to get in that striker position. Now, what's he valued at? Wow, 7 million. I didn't realise he was so high. 7 million euro. That is not too bad at all. Labyad's at 11. I mean, if we sold both of them, let's say 13 for Labyad, let's say 8 for Bandy, we could be looking at 21 million coming in, and I'm sure we could bring in some great players with that money. So what I'm quickly going to do, guys, is let you know what I think we need to do. But again, this is your guys' career mode, and once we've done this, we'll start advancing in some time. So personally, at the right back position, we've got Mazrui, and we also have Mukele. I don't think that is a problem. When it comes to left back, we have Tagliafico, who is a left back, but right now we either play Daley Blind at left back, or we also play, not Shares, there he is, Vober. The problem with Vober is he's not the fastest, and he's 6'2", so it makes it very difficult if there's players darting down that side. And I do find when we play Vober at that left back, they do seem to pressure that left back position because he hasn't got the pace. So I think realistically a left back could be an important position. When we're looking at centre backs, we've got Daley Blind, Kano, Delit, we've got Shares, we've also got Vober. I don't think centre-back position is a problem. When we look at the central midfield, or the more central defensive midfielder, we've got Eating, Loftus-Cheek, De Jong. Now, although Daley Blind can play there, see there we've got centre-back, left-back, and then CDM. He can play in that role of CDM. We don't really have anything else. So if De Jong and Loftus-Cheek both play in one game, for the next game, if it's 3 days later, I still have to play one of them alongside Eating, and it makes it very difficult when it comes to rotation. So to me, a CM or a CDM player, let's adjust this position. Yeah, it's going down as a CM, to be honest. And Loftus-Cheek, let's see, is he a CM? Yeah, right CM. So realistically, it's more of a central midfielder player. I think we probably could bring someone in that position. When we look at central attacker midfielder, so we've got Neres, Tadic, Ziyech. When we go to the bench, we've got Van der Beek, we've got Labyad, we've got Phil Foden, and we also have the new lad, I'm going to say it's Bruyne, like Kevin De Bruyne. I think it is probably going to be pronounced Bruyne. We have another player now that can play in that central attacking midfielder. Then up top, we've got Dolberg, we've got Simeone, and we also have Bandy. So we'll have to wait and see. But as I say, guys, I have left a straw poll down below in the description for you guys to vote on. That is just my thoughts of what we could do with the team. It's entirely up to you. So what I'll do now, guys, is advance all the way to the next game. If any transfers come in, any player offers come in from our players, we're not looking at anyone right now. We will have a little look before I advance in how much we have. So we have the likes of around 3.3 million with 70,000 euros. So if we were to get a little bit more money in, we could have 10 million with about 100,000 wage budget. We could easily do something good with that. So if you guys want to leave any recommendations, make sure to vote on the straw polls. We can cover this in the next episode. But as I say, I'm going to advance right now, guys. If anything important comes up, I'll make sure to leave it in the video. So first email in is from Lamperu. The board are asking, what is his future at Ajax? Now, I am going to start him in this game against Heerenveen, and I'm just hoping we can score plenty of goals, because unfortunately, I've got a feeling with him only being 73 rated, he's probably going to let a lot in. But we need him as the backup keeper to Onana, so I'm going to try and keep hold of him. I've also not heard anything from Russia, or they offered me a job, and I haven't replied to it, not a problem. Player conversations. Donny van der Beek is relieved. He was worried that we were going to replace him. And then he's also asked to play in the next game. And luckily enough for him, he is in the game. So if we have a look at the lineup against Heerenveen, super excited for this because we've got Giovanni, Simeone on the bench ready to come on. We also have Bruyne, the new player that we just signed, to come on in that central attacking midfield role. So I'm looking forward to seeing how we get on against Heerenveen. But you can see the lineup there. We've got Kasper Dolberg at striker position, Neres, Van der Beek and Ziyech in the central attacking midfield. A little deeper, we've got De Jong and Loftus-Cheek in the central defensive midfield. And at the back, we've got Tagliafico, Daley Blind, De Ligt and Mukiele with Lamperu in goal. Hopefully Blind, De Ligt, Mukiele and Tagliafico will do their utmost best to keep that ball away from Lamperu, because I have no faith in a 74, oh, I thought he was 73, but nevertheless, a 74 rated keeper keeping the ball out the back of the net. But hopefully the likes of Dolberg, if we bring Giovanni, Simeone on, we can score plenty of goals, win another game, and then we'll be 18 games in, still without being defeated or even drawing a game. So let's go ahead and get into this game at the Johan Cruyff Arena. Looking forward to playing the two new players, Simeone and Bruyne, in the second half of this game. But let's get down to business. Let's hopefully bag the 3 points and score plenty of goals. Well, here we go. Now, last time we faced off against Heerenveen, we beat them 4-1. And they're talking there about the top goal scorer, Kasper Dolberg, who hasn't done anything, I do believe, in the last episode or this episode. I don't believe he scored against Graafschap or PSV in the Oranje Beker. He hasn't scored in that last game. Hopefully he can get back to his scoring ways. 17 plays, 17 wins. We have smashed it. A goal difference of 48. Absolutely ridiculous how well we have done in this first season. But it's going to be Kasper Dolberg to kick us off in this first half. And let's see what damage we can do. Oh, he's going to be in behind here. Nicely done. Daley Blind as well. Let's play that through now. Loftus-Cheek poking it through to Daley Blind, who's going to go out wide now to Ziyech, who looks to push on. Here comes Ziyech. Ziyech's going to hit this. It's cleared away. Daley Blind's there with a follow-up. And Dolberg gets in the way. Our own player got in the way of that one. Definitely need Dolberg in the box, but nevertheless, Loftus-Cheek, Donny van der Beek, into Ziyech, who's hitting it this time. Ziyech with a bullet. And after just 19 minutes, we're 1-0 up against Heerenveen. What a bullet coming from Ziyech's left foot. Absolute bullet. So difficult to play that through there. Loftus-Cheek just guided it between two defenders. It comes to Ziyech. Look at this. Dolberg over to Loftus-Cheek. Plays it back to Donny van der Beek. In fact, it's Donny van der Beek with a little back heel who flicks it between two defenders into Ziyech, who smashes it on his left foot and has no problem putting that in the top right corner. And finally, we have put ourselves 1-0 up against Heerenveen after just 20 minutes. Let's go in to Dolberg. Now let's go out wide to Tagliafico, who's pushing on nicely. Come on, Dolberg, I need you in the box, son. Come on, Dolberg, ball coming in now. It's not a great ball from Tagliafico. Let's bring this down. Loftus-Cheek, edge of the box, looks at Bendwell. Loftus-Cheek, he's put it in the back of the net. Beautiful goal from the loanee from Chelsea. Beautiful, beautiful goal. The keeper had no chance. He's got to pick that out the back of the net after Loftus-Cheek postage stamped that one and put it in the top right corner. Look at this. Takes a touch onto that right foot. Bang. Picked that one out the back of the net. Horn. And Ruben Loftus-Cheek puts us 2-0 up in the 39th minute. Happy days, and what a result so far. Van der Beek looking round now for Ziyech. Ziyech playing it over to Dolberg, playing it over now to Neres, who's looking to push it on. Neres in a great position, pulls it back. Still Neres on that right foot, looks at bend and one. It's wide a goal. And the referee does blow for half time. Not a great shot there from Neres, well wide of the goal. But nevertheless, we're 2-0 up against Heerenveen. We're dominating just like I thought we would have. They've had 2 shots, 2 on target. To be fair, Lamprou has done very well in goal for us so far. We've had 8 shots, 4 on target. We're absolutely dominating. I'm going to play with this team for about another 15 minutes till the 60th minute. Look at changing it up, bringing on the 2 new players that have recently joined Ajax. Possibly then look at taking or bringing Eating on for De Jong or Loftus-Cheek. But we'll see how these next 15 minutes go. And if we can score another goal, I'll be very happy to put this game to bed. Let's go into Frenkie. Let's go back to Neres. Go straight in now to Van der Beek. Van der Beek playing it through now. We've got an overlap here. Beautiful ball to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek! He scores a second. It's 3-0. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, a player I am going to be gutted about when he goes back to Chelsea next year, or this year now. We're into January. He's going to be going back at the end of the season. Maybe we look to buy him in season 2. He's been absolutely unreal. Didn't start off too great when we first signed him, but now he's definitely getting into those great positions, definitely getting into, you know, great spots to shoot that ball at the net, and most of the time he is putting it in the back of the net. And that's probably why we need to look at a central midfielder, because we have to remember Loftus-Cheek is only on loan from Chelsea FC. De Jong, Eating, up to Neres. Neres going out wide now for Tagliafico. Let's go Simeone, push on son. Let's get him on that penalty spot. Nice ball in now. Simeone's there and he's already scored. And that is the difference between Dolberg and Simeone. I already knew it. Simeone's positioning was going to be a lot, and I mean a lot better. He gets tucked in just behind the defender. What a ball in from Tagliafico. Let's not take anything away from him. Beautiful ball. He gets just ahead of his defender, between the defender and the keeper, and just side foots that one in. Wow, he's been on the pitch for seconds, even maybe a minute or 2. And he's already scored his first goal. Welcome to Ajax, Giovanni Simeone. Ball played down this far side. Let's get ahead to it. And Ziyech's going to get that one and play it straight through now to Simeone, who's got the overlap of Bruyne, who's through on goal. Bruyne! He's put it wide. You know what? He's only young. He's only 17. I'm not going to take it to heart too much. He does the best he can. He's only low rated. We've got to give him a chance. But he does well to get in a great position there. To Bruyne, who sadly gives the ball away. Let's go through to Bruyne now. Here's Bruyne looking at poking it through to Simeone. Simeone, let's play it through to Neres. Neres, surely, and Neres does. That's an assist and a goal for our new striker, Giovanni Simeone. Now, I could have hit it with Simeone, but I want Neres to get back to his scoring ways. He was scoring for fun 3 or 4 episodes ago. He hasn't scored for a while, and it's a beautiful ball between the legs of the defender onto Neres' left foot. And he slots it past the keeper. That's his 10th goal in the Eredivisie, and that's our 5th goal against Heerenveen. They clear it away, and surely when we win this header, which we will, the referee is going to blow for full time. And there we go, as Tagliafico brings it down and controls the ball. He does blow for full time. We have beat SC Heerenveen 5-0. And our new striker picked up a goal as well as an assist. He is looking a little bit tasty already. Absolutely unbelievable. And I'm so happy we got David Neres scoring again in the 84th minute. How were the stats looking against Heerenveen? They had 4 shots, 2 on target. At half time, they had already had 2 shots, 2 on target. So they only had another 2 in the second half. Both of them were not on target. We had 17 shots, 9 on target. Not as consistent as I would like this team to be, but consistent when it comes to 9 shots on target. 5 of them ending up in the back of the net. What a result that was against Heerenveen. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. I've just advanced all the way to the 27th of January, where we are about to face off against Feyenoord, and then in a couple of days after that we will have the January transfer deadline day. So in the next episode, we'll be playing the one match against Feyenoord, and we will be talking about transfers. So to finish today's episode, guys, we're going to jump over to the office and see what's going on here. So Donny van der Beek has said last match, I'm feeling really good and in form, so thanks for playing me. And Onana wants to get ahead of Lamprou in the next game, which, to be fair, holding my hands up, Lamperoux done a lot better than I thought he actually would. But Giovanni, Simeone already coming into the team in the second half against Hereveen and making such a big difference. We're going to end today's episode 18 played, 18 wins and a goal difference of 53, which is absolutely massive. I cannot believe how well we are playing so far in this season. So the last thing to talk about, guys, there will be some straw polls down below. I don't know if there's going to be 1, 2, 3. It depends what I come up with, but there will be a few straw polls down below in the comment section and description. Make sure to vote on them. And the next thing to do, oh look, Liverpool completed the signing of Julian Draxler. The next thing to do is to talk about transfers in the comment section. If you guys say, sell this player, Brad, and loads of you like that idea, make sure you thumbs up that idea so I can see plenty of you guys agreeing. But realistically, I'm going to have a couple of straw polls. We can vote on that and look at them in the next episode. And obviously one of them is going to be whether we just go out and buy a new player, whether we use the youth scout and do some youth development with those players, or we look at signing some players on a pre-contract. So that is definitely going to be one of the straw polls. There may be another 1 or 2 in there, guys, with asking you guys some questions. But remember, this is your guys' career mode. You make the final decision. I've talked about what position... Excuse me, I got the hiccups. I have to talk about the positions I think, which is personally left back and central midfield. They are the positions I think we need to improve on. That is the amount of money we have right now, guys. We could offload players. We may get, you know, players coming in. And this is the problem in the next episode. If somebody comes in, like, I know, Manchester United for a big player, you guys won't be able to say yes or no. But I think you guys want to keep the player, then we'll keep it. I'm thinking the likes of Frankie de Jong and Kasper Dolberg and Neres. They're players that you guys are going to want me to keep hold of. So maybe we could try and get, you know, a youth scout, and then also maybe look at getting a player on a pre-contract. If there's a player out there you want me to get on a pre-contract, let me know down below in the comment section. If you guys see maybe someone saying, you know, get Anthony Martial and you like that idea, thumbs up the idea, leave a comment saying, yeah, I agree. And I will look at what the majority of you guys say in the comment section. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys, and what an incredible episode that has been. So if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.